Hello, y'all. So I know y'all been heard the news by now, or if you haven't, uh, my legend, honey, my top inspiration before it was the Queen Bee, it was none other than Tina Turner, honey. Tina Turner has sold her catalog, and I think she did it for they saying only for like 75 million or 50 million or something like that, like something extremely low. Now, for y'all that don't know, well, hell, I ain't even gonna say that shit. Like, who in the hell don't know Tina Turner, the queen of rock and roll, one of the few artists who has charted and darn going can sell out arenas in 5 consecutive decades, to the point where even her other legends could not do such a feat, honey. And these are still prestigious people, but Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle, and even the generation below her. Uh, I said, well, we give Michael Jackson an exception because Michael Jackson was playing the world tour before he's dead. But Janet Jackson, she got blackballed, so Janet Jackson couldn't do this, and the likes of many others, Escape, TLC, none of the girls from the 80s, the 90s could darn go and sell like darn on Tina Turner. And you would think that somebody of Tina Turner's caliber would be able to command a lot more than 60 to 70 some $million. So that was already one thing within itself. I was like, she sold the entire, and it's like I'm hearing the entire catalog, not majority share, not 51%, but she sold the entire catalog. She is just done. And I'm looking like, oh my goodness. And she sold it to BMG, who I think is owned by Sony. And I was like, oh. Now this is why I'm not here for this. It's like, why did Tina Turner have this? I know she's dealing with a lot. She had the cancer battle and all of that going on. But mind you, I want y'all to know that Tina Turner is worth like what, $200 million if I'm not mistaken. So this ain't nobody who was broke, who was in need of the money. This is somebody who was one of the artists who actually had control of money, and even after Ike actually managed to soar even farther, subsequent to Ike. And I'm trying to figure out why in the world did she sell the catalog number one for so low? And then I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm not saying that she had to be on no consciousness, no wokeness, or anything with selling it to a fellow black person. But I'm trying to think, well, damn, why didn't she darn gonna offer it to her darn gonna protege? Because it's like, you got Beyonce, who's worth $500 million, who is like the embodiment of you in this modern day era, who has her own production company, who is bringing up other artists, Chloe and Holly Bailey, and, Rihanna adjacent, because she signed to the husband, Jay-Z or whatnot. And I'm thinking, like, what it would have been if Tina Turner would have signed over the rights to B&J. And we would have had, samples and continuations of the legendary darn on Tina Turner. Because Sony and BMG ain't going to do right by Tina. They just want to milk her little her current hits and stuff. But I could have seen B&J darn going vamping, darn going Tina on up and everything else. And darn going making money all the way around for everybody. And it could have done it for such a way where they could have had majority stake of her stock would have still retained some right, because I think the darn on family should at least got some, because Tina got children and grandchildren and everything else. So I'm thinking, like, why in the world did we sell for a mere $50 million? Like, what in the world? Who in the world brought darn on Auntie Tina to that decision? I need to know. Now, the amount is not official, but honey, it ain't been disputed. And from what we hearing, it was somewhere in the high 8 figures. But with somebody of Tina Turner's caliber, you would think it would be 9 figures. This is somebody who is inducted into the Hall of Fame twice. Once as a group with Ike and Tina Turner, and then recently her, Jay-Z, ironically, and LL Cool J all got put into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, I don't know why they started inducting several people at once. I understand we, as black people, been putting the pressure on their necks. And, you know, some people want to hate me for this shit. Because I know y'all talking about, well, black men ain't getting they just doing all this, that, and the third. But my thing is this. Tina Turner's motherfucking Tina Turner. She shouldn't have to share that motherfucking doggone crown with nobody. And I understand each and every one of them got individual nominations and stuff. But it's like, honey, Jay-Z just became eligible. It's like he couldn't have waited one additional year. LL Cool J ain't that motherfucking old either. LL Cool J just 50, 51 his damn self. Y'all telling me they couldn't have waited till the next year? Y'all had to, and like I said, the most disrespected person in America is the black woman, to quote Malcolm X. Because it's like, why in the hell did Darren Tina Turner had to share the spotlight with? I mean, now if y'all tell me in the past they've done this, okay, but this is the first time I'm hearing multiple inductees in the same year. And it's like, you got a black woman, and then you have to bring two men that's just eligible for their shit to come on up in the realm of it. It's like, no. And then the irony is that I know anybody, any genre can be eligible after 25 years from their first hit. But it's like, if anybody is due, it's like it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You would think by default, we is going to give the queen of rock and roll the title of having it by herself for the year that she's inducted as a solo artist. But you go bringing two rappers in. I said the disrespect of it all. I understand rappers ain't been getting they just do this, that, and the third. But what we ain't about to do is disrespect the queen of rock and roll with this bullshit. And this is and I know some of y'all gonna be like, DivaWuan, you be giving Jay-Z the blues. Now, what is your issue with I don't have no issues with Jay. I swear I don't. But it's just like, it's stuff like this to just be having me doing this to Jay. I know B look at my videos, be like, I ain't never inviting this motherfucker to any concert or anything. That's why she keeps having Yvette give Mikhail the tickets. I know she sing my videos and shit. She ain't gonna ever give me a damn ticket, because I be too real. I be too real. I'm not sugarcoat, not sugar honey iced tea in regards to her husband. And I want to tell you why Tina Turner probably didn't think twice about offering it to B&J. Because Jay-Z, your ass done fucked up. And I called you out years ago. And if I can find the video, I will put it down in the description box. But I end up doing a review of Beyonce's self-titled album way back in 2013. So this was 8 years ago. And I called out Jay-Z then for that lyric about eat the cake anime. And I was like, wait a minute. How in the hell is you using abusive, because that was it's like, how do you sit next to Beyonce? If everybody was mad at Beyonce for being risque and explicit and all the things, this, that, and the third, I was irritated with B&J over that, because I was like, well, and also everybody was mad at Beyonce during that time for the bow down lyrics and how that contradicted her feminism. I didn't think it was a contradiction. What I thought was a contradiction was the fact that Tina Turner was your idol. She was the head mother before you. You got your essence by way of Tina Turner. And you're on this feminism kick. And you allow Jay-Z to put that lyric up in there. And that's why Drunken Love, I don't go up for Drunken Love. That lyric alone is like, it was so unnecessary. Why we had to put in the Eat the Cake anime reference? I still to this day don't see it for that. And I need somebody to tell me what was the reason in my Cardi B voice. What was the reason? And it's like, I think that low key is the main reason why Tina walked on by her Protégé, because of her damn husband. Now, on a good note, though, honey, Jay-Z done came up with an Instagram account, and darn on the Queen Bee done follow somebody for the very first time. For the very first time. And he out here on his movie kick. He got this movie with Netflix, Hustle and whatnots. And I'm going to darn gonna look at it. And all that. And Jay-Z's on his grind. He got the darn on different ventures and stuff going on. He done founded 2 other billionaires. Rihanna and darn on Kanye. He doing darn on good things. But my thing is this. I got the darn on address the bad with the good. And like I said, this was a missed opportunity right here. Like, why did y'all allow Tina? I mean, not because she's a woman. She can make a grown-ass woman. She can make her own decisions, honey. It's like, because hell, she about old as both of them combined. But darn on, ain't darn on Tina like 86. So with that being said, she could make her own decisions. But I'm just thinking, this was a huge letdown for the culture. Like, this could... I mean, could y'all imagine if Jay-Z didn't low-key fuck this shit up and Tina Turner was to pass down the catalog to Beyonce? Could you imagine all the hits we could have had right there? Combining darn going Tina Turner and motherfucking Beyonce. And then you add darn going Chloe and Holly in the mix. Child boo. So many opportunities, which we will never know. But y'all tell me y'all thoughts on that. Do y'all really... Like I say, this is my darn going theory. She probably didn't even think of them at all, just not to think of it. But once again, I'm thinking that might have been the reason. Don't y'all think because darn on Auntie Tina's old is darn on Medusa that she don't keep her ears out and stuff to the streets and listen to the young girls' music. I do believe she darn on heard the Drunken Love many years ago, and that what turned her off and said, when I sell my catalog someday, honey, it will not be to darn on J and Bay. I'm just saying. But anyways, still congratulations to them all. Anyways, hell, they worth more than what I got going on over here. So if any of them want to put 5 on it in the darn gone Cash App for DivaWuan, honey, I'm not going to be opposed to it, honey. Darn going, Tina Turner with her $50 million alleged Cash App, and she already worth $200 million. B and J together worth 1.5. Y'all can afford to go ahead and put 5 on. I know y'all say with DivaWuan, you darn gonna talk cold cash shit about Jay. Jay darn gonna probably have 5 darn gonna goons come your way. You know what's... So you ask for 5 might be doing a little bit too much, child. And it might be. But I wouldn't be DivaWuan if I didn't do a little bit too much every now and again. I got to darn gonna keep it real. This is my theory. What is y'all thoughts? Like I said, Jay-Z, I love you. But sometimes you be on some fuck shit and I can't stand you at the same time. And I think this is low-key one of those fuck shits that came back to haunt your ass. I told you darn going Tina Turner wasn't nothing to be played with. Y'all better be glad when she was darn going able-bodied that she ain't come to darn going stomp a mud. Because, honey, y'all know Tina Turner was an old athletic queen back in the day, child. I just knew darn going Tina Turner might darn going wound kick darn going Jay-Z's darn gone ass back on the darn gone cigarette darn gone box, honey. But she spared him an ass whooping. But honey darn gone years later made him lose out on the opportunity of coming to purchase the catalog of the legendary darn gone Tina, honey. So with that being said, what are y'all thoughts? Leave it down below. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.